Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today we're doing an updated sewing room tour. A lot of you saw that I updated my wall back here with a Felt-Right Tiles design wall. I have a whole video all about that, so I will make sure to link that below if you're interested. But when you saw that, a lot of you asked for an updated sewing room tour. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I love room tours and I've updated my layout. I've also added some fun things in here, so I thought it would be fun to share with you all as well. So let's go ahead and dive right in and take a look at my updated sewing room. So we're going to start out with just an overview of my sewing room, and I apologize, that window is blowing things out, but this is pretty much what the entire thing looks like. And now let's go ahead and just start with the pieces. So this right here is a 5x5 calyx unit from IKEA. This is where I keep the bulk of my fabric, as you can see. And then I have some fun things up on top, a couple of vintage machines. I've got a little basket of antique pin cushions that I've been collecting. And then there's where I'm keeping some of my other stitchy houses. One of the questions I get asked quite frequently are about these metal baskets. These are just calyx wire metal basket inserts for the calyx units from IKEA. They've been out of stock for a really long time, but I think they might actually have come back in stock. So if you're interested, you might want to grab those. They go quickly. And then down here, I just have one of the divider units that separates the square into two halves. And so they both work really well for storing your fabric. And then all my fabric is stored inside these white plastic containers. These are from Target. In this corner right here, I have a quilt ladder. I painted it pink using some Annie Sloan chalk paint. I've got my YouTube 100,000 subscriber play button up there. Thank you guys all so much for subscribing to my channel. And then I've got a cute little corner section here. So this white cabinet is from IKEA. I will put the name of it on the screen right here because I can't remember. It's like Bodego or something like that. On top of it, I just have this cute tiered tray. I got this, I think, at Hobby Lobby, and it's the one I use at Christmas time to put like our little fun Christmas hot cocoa things on. And right now it has all of my mini charms and some pin cushions and fun things like that. And then inside are just some of my favorite bundles. I've got some fun yarn in there, layer cakes, and then these are some of my finished crochet projects. Moving on next to that, I've got my Just Keep Sewing mini quilt that is available in my shop. And then I found this aqua shelf unit on Etsy. I will link them below as well. And it just holds some fun little sewing notions. This pin cushion was a gift to me from a friend. It's actually, if you know Modern American Vintage, I was able to meet Chris's mom. She was out here for something and she brought me this little handmade pin cushion. So I just have it sitting right here, so cute. And then I've just got a couple of other fun things on there as well. Those mugs are from Fat Quarter Shop. And then down below, I've got a 2x2 unit. This is from IKEA again, and this has all of my patterns and just stuff that isn't very pretty, my basting spray, etc. And then on top, I have a runner that I made when we did our 2022 Sew With Me series. And actually, I forgot to say that. That's what this quilt is right here. It's the 2022 Sew With Me series. So I just have that hanging right there. And then I have the matching runner next to it. On top of that, I've got my floss in store. This has all of my Orifloss and hand-dyed flosses and Cosmo, anything not DMC basically. And then my Vintage Singer Featherweight. I have a whole video on this if you're interested. And then sitting on top, I found this cute little pink colander. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I can't remember. But anyways, this is actually storing all the floss from our houses that we used so far this year in case I forget. And then I've got a fun project in progress right there. And then I have my fabric cupboard lamp. This is a tutorial here on YouTube as well. That is from IKEA as well. Next to that, I've just got a couple fun little things on here. Don't worry that my months are all off. They're just kind of randomly displayed because I'm always taking pictures of things. But they're sitting on top of my yardage storage. This is a 2x4 calyx unit from IKEA, and I just keep all of my backings and yardage there. And then on top of that is actually my DIY ironing board. I do have a tutorial for that here on YouTube, so you can check that out as well. I love it, and I made it to fit right on top of that unit. Above my pressing station is my Felt-Right design wall. I just released a video on this and a giveaway for it as well a little bit ago. I love this. It's so pretty. You can use it as your design wall, but if it's not in use, then it's just a really pretty accent for your sewing space. So I love it. And this is the modified quilting star. The quilting star finishes at 6x6. My space is only 5x5, so I had to modify it a little bit, but I have a whole video on that and I will link that here. Then over on this wall, I have a cute little mini up there. I have my thread wall, and I've got my house of the month block. This one is the June house. Then I've got my workstation, so everything, all the magic happens right here. And if you're wondering what this lovely light is back here, my Stella light is back there, and I use that all the time. I keep it back there to keep that corner a little bit brighter, but also it's easy to pull out and use when I need. Then moving around to my sewing space, I've got my Juki TL2000 right here. I love it so much. I've even blinged it up with some stickers. I have some Erica made design stickers. So I've got that round one that has a scallop finish. I've got this cute little star. And then on the back of my machine, I have my logo. Behind my machine, I have Jax's basket. This is the one he's always squeezing himself into. Some of you have suggested I make a larger basket. I tried. He doesn't like it. He still likes his original one from when he was a kitten and just squeezes himself in there. So it is what it is. I've also got some fun notions. These are my dot crochet hooks in here. I've got my slap bands. These are what I use to keep my mini quilts rolled up when not in use. And then I've got a set of these little jars. These were from Fat Quarter Shop. They're Lori Holt jars. I'm not sure if they still have them or not. So when they had them, I purchased like 3 sets of them, and I just have all my buttons and alphabetes and things like that in them. On this windowsill, I have these cute little measuring cups. A friend got them for me one year for my birthday, and they have sewing things on them, so I actually just use them to hold some of my little notions and doodads. And then moving on, I just recently purchased this cabinet from Hobby Lobby. It's a really cute little storage cabinet. It has all of my cross-stitch supplies in it. On top, I made the vintage kite table runner. I made 10 blocks and just sewed them together and just made them so that they fit right here on top, so it was perfect. I've got a couple little bundles here. This bundle is an upcoming patriotic quilt, so stay tuned. This one is fig tree fruit salad, so something fun. I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing with that, but something fun soon, hopefully. I also have this pink lamp. I had a lot of questions about this when I posted on my Instagram, and I got this several years ago from Walmart. I would not actually recommend it because it actually gets quite hot, so I don't have it on all the time. But I did see a really cute one that's pink and gold at HomeGoods, so maybe check that out. I've got this cute little water bottle that Felt Right sent me. It's adorable. It has a glass straw, so I'm a little bit nervous about using it. So for right now, it's just sitting there. And then I've got one of my Lori Holt stands that have some of my books on them right here. This one is in the yellow. And when I first got this, the drawers were quite sticky and they didn't slide very well. A lot of you suggested either putting candle wax, soap, like a bar of soap, or I actually ended up using the Annie Sloan wax, clear wax, and I just put it right on the runners, and now they open really well. So they were really sticky before. That was the candle wax. This one is the Annie Sloan. It goes much nicer, so I'm probably gonna Annie Sloan this one as well. Some people were asking, I put the wax right here in this ledge, and then I also put it right here on the runner inside of the drawer, and that seemed to just do the trick. This drawer has all of my DMC floss in it, and I just switched over to the Tidy Stitch color organizing system. You can get these cards on her website, and they're so cool. I'll show you this a little bit. So instead of organizing them by DMC order number, she actually has them by color number. And so she has the little cards. They tell you exactly what numbers to put behind this color family. And then she also has a cheat sheet. So if you have to find something by number, you can look at it and find out what group it's in. But as a designer, this actually works a lot better for me because I can just choose from, if I need a blue, I can see all my blues at once versus trying to have to find blues in the crazy numbering system that DMC decided to use. I think what happened is they created some colors and then ended up creating more colors and just kept going with their numbers, so they're not really in any very good order. So anyways, that's in that drawer. This drawer has all of my backup floss, stuff that I was duplicates that I didn't realize I had duplicates of, so I'm just keeping it in here as backup, so I'll use that first. When one of those runs out, I'll come in here to see if I have a backup of it, and if not, then I know I can repurchase that. This one has projects that I have in progress. It also has some upcoming projects in here, so nothing super exciting. And then in the bottom, I've got my headlights. These are all my project bags, and then I have any fabric that I have for upcoming projects as well. And then I know I'm going to get asked, this rug is the Jelly Roll rug. This is a free tutorial here on YouTube. This one is using the Nest colorway by Lala Boutique. Hi, Jex. I have another one over here. This one was using Vintage Picnic by Bonnie and Camille. And then behind my door is kind of my utility section. These are pegboards from IKEA, and I've got zippers, I've got a yarn stash, I have some of my bags hanging, I've got a lot of my rulers, and then just other utility type things that I need to get a hold of, but that aren't all that exciting to look at. And then that gets covered up a little bit when my door is open, but I don't mind because I have that cute little fabric wreath hanging on my door. And if you're curious, this adorable mini is called Spools by Camille Ross Kelly for Thimble Blossoms. Underneath my table, I have my scrap bins. They are organized by color. That the ones on this left side are all Christmas, and then over here are just regular fabrics just by color. I do have a video on how I organized all of those here on YouTube, so you can check that out. And then this basket that I have next to it actually has all of my Truck of the Month and House of the Month mini quilts. They're rolled up and stored in there. I think it's a cute way to store them, and then I can pull them out and just hang them when I need to. Okay, let's take a minute and talk about this table because this might be one of my most frequently asked questions. So this is an IKEA tabletop with IKEA legs. I eventually want to change it over to the legs that have, I can't remember what they're called right now, but they have like shelves underneath them because I think that will be nice. They're just a little bit expensive, so I just haven't made that switch yet. But this table is actually made up of 2 tabletops put together. You can see this crack right here. It goes all the way down to Jax's bowl. So it's basically 2 Linman tabletops put together. They are 23 by I think 72. So it's quite long this way. It's about 72 inches this way and about 46 this way with those put together. I've got legs on all 4 corners, and then I have legs in the middle on both ends, and then 2 in the middle here as well. That just helps keep the tabletop stable. Here's what it looks like underneath. I simply took one of the table leg pieces and I put half of it on this tabletop and half on the other tabletop and just drilled it in. So this one leg is holding these 2 tabletops together. Hello, Jax. So that is how I did that here. I also did that all the way down at the other end, and then as you can see, I've got 2 table legs about halfway down on both tables to hold it up. So there are a total of 8 table legs holding up my desk. It's relatively secure, but I mean, you can wiggle it if you try. So just something to be aware of, but I just really liked the size. And then the last question I get all the time is, what size is my room? So my sewing room is about 13 feet by 13 feet ish. So my table does take up the majority of space in my room, but I do have ample room to walk around it and get over to my desk. And I like having this layout where I have my machine, my desk, and my pressing station, because as I'm writing patterns, I can make adjustments, fix it on the computer. I can just turn around and press. It just makes everything really easy. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That way I know to keep making these fun videos for you. You can also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. I hope you enjoyed today's room tour. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.